So we're going to talk a little bit about the wheel of consent and try to understand those concepts better.
Yeah, the wheel of consent, there's so much depth to it, but I'll try to give just like a basic intro to it. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to demonstrate it. But basically what the wheel of consent does that is so useful is it separates doing from giving and being passive from receiving. So it shows us that sometimes we can be the active one and it's for us. Or sometimes we can be the passive one and it's for the other person, or vice versa. So I think the best way, the briefest way to kind of introduce this is maybe for you and I to demonstrate.
Sounds good.
And the 3-minute game is Betty Martin's tool. Was actually developed by Harry Faddis, but she uses it to really help people experience all the 4 different quadrants of the wheel of consent. And it's nice and simple. So it's made up of 2 questions. And the questions are, if you're in person, we start with just the hands. But we'd say, how would you like to touch my hands for 3 minutes? So why don't we start there? So Larysa, how would you like to touch my hands for 3 minutes?
This is for my benefit?
Yeah.
Okay.
For you, how would you like to touch my hands? Yes, for you, for your pleasure, for 3 minutes.
I think I would like to have some essential oil and to put it like on your palm and like spread it out and like lightly feather the fingers. And I have like 5 essential oils, so maybe you can choose which one since it's on your hand. Or do I
So
just say that I
is
want
that
peppermint?
for me or is it for you?
Well, I'm going to get to experience this essential oil, so I want peppermint.
See, so if this is right in that quadrant, this would be for you. So yes, you would pick the essential oil and ask if I'm okay with it.
Are you okay with that?
So then I would say, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with peppermint. I'm okay with that. Sometimes feathery touch is a little ticklish for me. So if it gets too uncomfortable or too ticklish, I might just say, a little more pressure or firmer. But other than that, yeah, I think I'm very comfortable with that.
Great.
Okay, so that's one quadrant. And then I would say, so I asked you how you want to touch me for 3 minutes. And then I would say, how would you like me to touch your hands for 3 minutes?
This time I would like elevation essential oil and to have it like smushed in like Play-Doh and then like almost like making the fingers into gnocchi, like squishing them down and maybe rolling them a bit.
Okay, great. So just to make sure I understand, you want to use elevation oil. You want me to do that, to put it on your palm and to just smush it in like this, and then to kind of like squeeze, like knead each of your fingers.
Yep.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any concerns about that. And I want you to, I guess what would help me is, as we're going along, to just, if you let me know if you change your mind or if you want to make any adjustments, you'll speak up and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, great. So that's 2 of the quadrants. And then we would do each of those for 3 minutes. We would do them one at a time. And then you would ask me the same questions. So that would create the other 2 quadrants. And we
So do I do that now?
That same process. Yeah, sure. We could do that now if you'd like.
So how would you like to touch my hands?
I think I would like to, I think I'd actually like to kind of use your fingertips to stimulate like my palm. It's like I would run my palm and maybe the insides of my fingers like over your fingertips and use your fingers to kind of like yeah, just like move on my hands. Do you think you'd be okay with that?
If I understand correctly, it sounds like fingertips are going to be going inside of other fingers.
Yeah, I'd be using your fingers to kind of, yeah, to kind of, so this would be your hand and I would be sort of going like this.
Okay. I
And
think,
and also like this.
okay. I think I can see myself getting a little tickly here, so I might will have to adjust, but from what it sounds like, I think I'm a yes.
Okay. And then I'd also like to just like wiggle your fingers and just kind of like test the joints and just kind of squeeze them and move them around. I'll be like I won't press anything too far or hurt anything. You okay with that?
As long as it's like slow and not like a sudden snap kind of thing, so that I could see if it's, if it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll probably use your fingernails maybe also too to just kind of like maybe on the backs and my wrist. Okay.
And how would you like me to touch your hands? Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um I'd like a massage. Yeah, I think with lotion and just to kind of like a muscle massage. Yay, that's great. And like kind of the fingers like this. Um, yeah, and I'd like some essential oil too. I think I'd like to try to elevate. That sounds good.
That I can do and I agree to.
Okay,
And
great. So we would, if we were playing the game, we would have done one question at a time. We'd negotiate and then we would do that for 3 minutes and then we'd go on to the next question. But that's basically it. That's all the 4 different quadrants. And it's really amazing to experience it and notice when do we fall, if we're touching for our own pleasure, where do we kind of fall into wanting it to feel good for them and then having to come back to like, oh, wait a minute, this is for me. As long as they're okay, it's really about what I want, not about what feels good to them.
so is it just kind of a nice bonus if they happen to like it too, or is there a middle meeting point?
No, in the 3-minute game, it's really about separating them out. So yeah, it's a bonus if they like it too, right? It might feel good, but it's not for them. Yeah, and the point is to really be able to feel the difference so that when we're out in our life, we get kind of clearer about who it's for and what the agreement is between us.
It sounds like a great place to learn what we want and to identify and separate and then practice the negotiation, and seems like a wonderful, wonderful exercise. So thank you so much for sharing this. I hope to find people to go try this with soon.
You're welcome, Larysa. Have fun.
Thank you. Thank you.